Oh, happy 4th of July, guys. So I'm out with the dogs for our morning walk in the field. Ooh, what's out here that you guys are so interested in? Jack, don't eat the grass, you're going to throw up. So this is the part of the pasture that doesn't do the best. It's underwater for a lot. It's got a lot of this, I guess you'd call that native oats. Not the best for hay. I mean, it's not going to bother goats. Goats are browsers. They'll like this stuff right here. So see, there's the, as you can tell, this is not a monoculture field. I'm sure it used to be. There's a lot of Timothy out that way where we just came from, and there'll be more when we walk out back. So I don't know how long the video this is going to be. So there's Jack. There's the boys. Because we know we've got bear out here, I normally bring the dogs with me. I don't bring my little handgun because all that's going to do is piss off a bear. You don't shoot bears with little handguns. I mean, you could if you're a super good shot. I'm a good shot. I'm not a sharpshooter. But I really don't want to have to shoot a bear. I know people don't like them, but I like them. What do they ever do to you? You know, there's this story, and I'm actually reading it in summer school. It's called The Black Bear Story. It's by, I think it's Emile Lairs. Wonderful illustrations. He was a naturalist in the 60s who used to rescue river otters. And so he wrote a book. It's called A Otter's Life. Well, the first chapter book I ever read was The Black Bear's Life, or A Black Bear's Story. I think it's Black Bear's Story. And it's about a mama bear. I think her name's Kobodo, and a Nook, and a Nang, her two cubs. And as they grow up, it's set in Minnesota, which is very similar to the UP, Michigan. And yeah, it was my favorite book. And I remember the librarian, and I understand why she probably did it, as you know, she wanted me to read the classics. But I really wasn't interested in the classics. I wanted to read more stories like the Black Bear story about a Nook and a Nang, and all the animals that were in it in their daily lives. And of course, sometimes hunters don't show up very nicely. So this all needed to be brush hogged. And I think he did do it twice. And then he scraped it all up and he burnt it. And I was concerned about burning. Oh, it'll be fine. Everything will grow right through it again. But if you look, let me see if I can find it. It's not over here. This is where it's wet, so it doesn't grow very. This is like a marsh grass. It's really thick. So I don't know how turning this over is going to help it. You got clay and wet, moist soil. Hence why I figure probably from here where the dog is, all the way back to that barn is going to be hardwoods and pine. We've got 500 Norway spruce coming. They're supposed to be really fast growing and love the UP. And then I'm going to get a bunch of oaks and maples and put them in. I'd like the pine on the outside of the road for better screening, and then the hardwood on the inside, which will work because that's south and that's east. So as long as the hardwood is on this side, but I'd like to have that buffer. And we'll put the pines by the road. We'll keep down any dust, screen it from prying eyes, and that's what I really want to do. You pooping, Doodle? It's like, yes, don't film me, Mama. I don't like it. But if you can see here, that looks like that's where he burnt. I'll show you a better one where you can see. There's hardly anything growing in it. So these were my black spruce that I planted. Here's where they burnt. Yep, didn't do any damage to the soil, did it? No, it's not sterile. So nothing has grown in this since he burnt it. Last fall, or the previous fall. That's why I don't want them on my property. because he thinks he knows what he's doing, but whatever he's doing is not good for the environment. I think I can do... Ooh, one more, there was a hole. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza. So this is all roped off, because this is his last fling with the bug in the mouth. I swear, I'm right at your mouth. So, but this is the markers so that he knows not to mow in there, not to hay in there, because those are my trees. And I know he's not going to be happy about my trees, but you know what? Guess what? They're my property, and I want trees. So I'll show you if I can find them. Now they have tags on them. Oh, I went all the way down to the end, that's right. So probably somewhere in here. There's one. Look at that. Look at that cute little baby tree. Can you see it? There it is. There she is. She's so cute. And so she's grown. That top part's all brand new. So it's about 1 inch. I put them here because it's really moist in here. No, and there's another one. Look how nice that one looks. It's pretty. And there should be one. So I offset and I paced what I thought was 10 feet. Or did I do 15 feet? Well, I don't know. This could have been the part that was underwater. There was a section that was underwater when I was still out here doing this. There's a lot of Timothy in here. I don't know if you could see it. Tons of clover, which is a really good pollinator, and a nitrogen fixer. I don't know if trefoil is a nitrogen fixer or not. But yeah, this is beautiful. Here's another one. It's hard to see. But you gotta come in and find there it is. You see her? There she is. The sun's out. It's really bright. I can barely see the image on here. I could have turned around. Maybe I'll do that for the next one. Bug in my hair. Bug in my hair. I hate putting bug spray in my hair because it dries it out. So there's another one. See if I can pull it back this way so I can actually see what I'm trying to show you. And I'm pulling her down. There she is. Now she's grown a lot. The light green here is all new growth. So, and I don't want them to get run over. So all this clover, oh, how did I do that? I don't want you, all this clover here fixes nitrogen in the soil, which will help. Could be why they're growing so well, is because she's nestled in a bunch of nitrogen fixing clover. Boys, get out of there. Yank, Jack! Jack! So the road is on the other side of those bushes. Come here and get out of the road. Come here. And he'll go right through the barbed wire. Come on, Jack. Jack! Sorry, I yelled at you. Get over here. Someone will come down that road and hit you. Careful, there's a fence. Step over it. Oy vey. Step over. There you go. Yeah, all right. Stay with me. More burning. There's a tree right there. And we're coming up to the very end. Yeah. So, yeah, he just thinks I'm wasting. This one's right here on the edge. So, should have done this backwards so you're not looking out into the... So this part is really wet. You can hear the dogs are actually walking in water. Jack, no, you're not going over there. And of course, as he burnt here, now you don't have any living soil with any roots in it, or very short roots, that won't be able to get any, soak up any of the water. And so now we're headed down. So this is very short. It's not super tall, but it's all immature. If you look at it, all the Timothy is like immature Timothy. It's very young. I think it looks great. I mean, it's short, but Jack! Get over here! You are not going on the road! He's trying to find the easy way because he's getting tired. You wanted to come out with me, now you stay with me. I'm going down to see. He was chopping is what he calls it. And he comes out and he like chops it and shoots it out onto a flatbed and then pulls it into his cow pen. And he feeds the cows. So he'll feed the cows that way for another, I don't know how long. Last summer he hayed first. And then he chopped. I haven't seen him doing any haying. I haven't seen him pull his hay equipment out. I don't know what he's doing. I talked to the neighbor, and the neighbor had said that they'd traded. He's supposed to do some hog brushing for him. I didn't reply because he was supposed to do hog brushing for me, and he didn't get it done. So... yeah. So I'm hoping. All right, that's enough. You know, my husband made a deal with him that he's supposed to use the snow machine and keep the road out in front of the arena. He's not going to. He just now fixed the road to where the... Oh, I didn't see if that pipe was still there. Maybe he went and took it. Because his fields really flooded bad this year. Could be that he plowed them. And that there's no soil structure to, deal with the water. Could be. Could possibly be. Could be there's no trees on it, which actually that was them that just drove by. Could be there's no trees that will absorb some of the stuff. So we're getting to where the gate is here now. Last year when they hayed, they opened it and they said, we're going to leave it open while we're doing it. Never freaking closed it again. I don't even know where it went. So, oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, he tied it up so you couldn't get it. I'm going to get it done. Oh, is that where you're pooping? All right. Oh, see, now this is a much nicer walk. Less likely to get a tick on me. It's getting hot already. I'm in sweatpants over a pair of shorts. Which I may take my sweatpants off now that we're out. So this is where he's been chopping. It's not... Okay, this isn't commercial grade hay. It's not. Bugs are out. Maybe I won't take my sweatpants off. I didn't bug spray my legs. I know. Oh. Bugs in my hair. So anyway, this is the part of the hayfield, that pasture that I'd like to keep in hay. It's relatively flat, a lot less like brush. Dogs, no. Jack, no. Jack, no. Jack. Absolutely not. No. What the hell is that? He just shot... See? He just shot grass out there. I don't know why he would do that. There's a beautiful maple tree there. There's one over there too. That bug's trying to go in my mouth. Because it's dry. There's another one. Beautiful maple tree. What did he do? I don't want this maple tree to get hurt. He doesn't like to have trees in here. Look at that maple tree, such pretty. Because he can't watch the people going down the road. Okay, there's some more wild yarrow. There's lots of wild yarrow. Viburnum, but it's not the flowering kind. It's not the nice kind, unfortunately. Oh, there comes a tractor, maybe. See, it's nice. I can hear them, but all these trees, I can't really see them. They can't really see me. That's the whole point of having trees. And I have all that. That's all mine. So if I give up this stretch here and a little bit deeper, who cares? It was the whole point of getting him, was on the land we could get here. I was looking at housing prices. Yeah, they've really gone up here. And they've been coming down a little bit in price, but nowhere near where they should be. I mean, especially if you compare it to other places. Like if we tried to buy this in Washington, 20 million? I don't have $20 million. Absolutely no way I have $20 million. So, anyway, it looks good. This is how it would look if you were haying. Although I don't know why he didn't go down these rows. I don't know, is there supposed to be a ditch there? Oh, I was there up on that land. Well, should have bought it when you had the chance. That's ours back into the woods too. We go back probably another quarter mile because we've got some nice woods back there. So it'll be nice. We've got woods on that side, and then we'll have woods on this side all the way down and then around. So yeah, tons of possibilities. I wish I was 20 years younger, though. Though I have no intention of dying. I want to be 100 at least. I want to make it to 100. I've always said that. I don't know why. Not that I need to be done at 100, unless I'm like in an old folks home and I'm really ill and sick and not in good shape. So I wanted to go through this thicket here. Oh, wild strawberries all over the place. I don't know what the nutritional value of the wild strawberries are, but I'm sure they have some. You got the purple clover. You've got dead nettle. That's good. I don't know what that is. It could be a small daisy. But yeah. Jack, don't go out that way. So this is kind of brushy. Goats would love this. And once he's done chopping and haying, I'm going to bring the goats out and let the goats. I should bring the horses out and let the horses graze. Put up some temporary electric fencing. They would be so happy. There's a buttercup in there. That's not a good thing to have. Lots of Timothy. You can see the Timothy in there. So the protein content's decent in this hay. Again, commercial feeders make hay, so you only have to feed the smaller amount of hay that you can give an animal to give it its necessary, needed nutrition. It decreases your feed bill. Let's forget the fact that horses have evolutionary developed to eat 80% of the day. Just forget about that. Because horses in the wild eat, walk, and they do that for 80% of their day. So instead, we'll give them all the nutrients they want in a short pile of hay. Jack, we're not going to the woods. No, Jack. No, we're not going out that way. The bear's out there, and I don't have a gun. And though I suspect you'd try to save me, I don't know the three of us could take on a big black bear. So, anyway. Yeah, see? This isn't bad hay in here. Got some mixtures of stuff in here. Trefoil, some browsing branches. I don't know that I'll have the horses after the two I have die. I will keep the goats. As long as I have the ability to take care of them and milk. I'm a little sad that the babies aren't selling like I thought they would, especially as they're mostly moon spotted. But I haven't offered up any of my does yet, so I'm going to do that here pretty soon. It's just hard to give them up. Okay, guys. So this was all supposed to be hog brushed. Not exactly sure what kind of grasses these are, because this is a wet part again. So like I keep telling my husband, since it wants to be wet, if I had the money and money was no option, I would have a lake here. Not a lake, a pond. But a nice big pond. Say I have 5 acres. What's up, Doodle? What are you looking for? What is it? What? Is there a rabbit? Is there a bunny? Where's the bunny? Where's the bunny, Doodle? We're not going in the woods, boys. Hey, come on. Let's go home. Jack. Shall we go home? You know how to get us home? If you tell him to take me home, I head straight towards the house. Oh, look, here's our trail. Yeah, this is where the ticks are, out in this tall grass. You just have to be careful. Check yourself when you get in. The dogs are on meds, which if they bite them, they die. I'd like it if they just crawled on them, they die, but hey. Oh, but it is very wet out here, very moist. That was supposed to be hog brushed. Brush hogged. I get it mixed up all the time. Woo! Here we are. Now we should be able to find the trail. My husband comes out. He's got a game cam back there. We like to see what comes and goes into the woods. Had a raccoon, a very fat squirrel. How tall this grass is. I'm holding this like level with my mouth. I'm just short. This is like a swamp grass. But you know what? Those goats will eat that right up. So back to the horses and animals. This isn't bad goat hay. Goats are going to do better with a variety of non-poisonous grasses and shrubs in their hay. Because that's what they eat in the nature. They're not a horse. Okay. Come on, Doodle Noodle. We'll see what the health meter says we did walking. I dropped my phone in the lake yesterday. Got a pike on. And somehow I reeled it up to the boat. My husband put the net in and caught it. I don't know if I had it in my pocket. Somehow it slid out of my pocket onto the top of the net. And I was like, oh no! Oh no! And then floop, 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 there it went. And we watched it just go loop, 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 all the way down. And I went, shit. So, although this phone, the camera on this phone is even better than the old camera on the old phone. Here comes Jack. He scared me making all that noise. I thought, oh my God, the bear's getting us. And I like the bear, don't get me wrong. I just want the bear to stay in his area, and I will stay in my area, and we will get along just fine. So, I don't know why he says there's no good hay out here. Look at this. It's taller than me. It is very wet today, down at the bottom. There's a duck. So the back of our property, we have, front is pasture. Then we get to some forest, and then on the south side of the forest is swamp. So we have swamp. Uh-oh, I went a birdie. I hope it didn't have a nest or something. Which way you going, Doodle? I don't want to be stepping on no birdies. So I will frost seed some of this next year. Frost seeding is a technique where you go out and you wait till like the first good. Jack, where are you going? Don't go in there. I think there's barbed wire in that mess. Where you go and you wait till the first heavy frost knocks everything down. And then once everything is knocked down, you go through and you seed on top. And then through the winter and the spring melt and stuff. So all this little stuff, this stuff I frost seeded. There's not a lot of it in here. It got really dry that summer. And I did it really late. I should have done it way earlier. I did it like in the spring. So let's do it in the fall. But still some of it came up. So I've got all sorts of stuff that I've been buying in 10-pound bags. I've got Timothy, I've got clover, I've got some winter rye, I've got some oats. Just to get more of a variety in. So I just need to pick the area I want to seed. So here's where we come back into the property. Over here. Whew. So there is this. There's a culvert here somewhere. I don't know if I'm over it. I think so, because the ditch runs here. We need to weed whack it. No, I'm not weed whacking it right now. Not gonna happen. I was gonna try and tie up this white band for the fencing. See, look at this. Now this is pretty much just Clover and Timothy. This is why he came over here and he hayed this. I had all down there towards the house. I had some cherry trees and some walnut trees, some elderberry bushes, some blueberry bushes, and he hated it all. He said, well, they look dead to me. Yeah. That's what I want you to say and do. All right, so we got to get in here and get this the white tape. Here it is. Jack, what are you doing? You should have got zapped. We'll have it right there. I will grab this then, and hopefully I can pull it enough to be able to, and it was getting zappy. You guys are going to have to just stop. I'm going to let you go. There's the house. I'm just going to walk up here. So he's walking, it's the metal one that's hot. You guys have a great day.